And we are off. Well, City Escape is the first Sonic stage where you will see the first major glitch in the game where runners can try to get enough speed to run off a ramp and hit the speed pads and basically skip the rest of the level. And I will be expecting both of the runners to go for it, but we will just have to see if either of them make it. And BuffaloPrime misses CE skip, and Wanamaker does as well. We will be seeing and we will see the full City Escape level this time. And yes, ordinary player, it will be a best of 3. Yeah, thanks Jerome. And we will be heading into the rail section, and Wanamaker takes a death. He's going to have to restart the whole level, losing about 1:30 of time, which is going to set him far behind in the race already. And BuffaloPrime is starting the truck section. Well, he finished the truck section, and you're going for basically not to get jumped off of any ramp, any hills to go down, and looks like, I've seen one ramp he missed, but Wanamaker tries to CE skip again, and he misses it again. BuffaloPrime will go into his first boss stage, Bigfoot, where he will be using the front to left box to hit the enemy faster.
Okay, bring it on. Bigfoot reporting to headquarters. Intruder has been located. Copy that. This is Spider Troop Bigfoot. Bigfoot to headquarters. Over. We engage the enemy. Westbound.
And he finishes with a solid 22 seconds. He'll be entering Wild Canyon as Wanamaker is finishing up the truck section. Ooh, suspended ceiling. But Buffalo sees the free piece, and Wanamaker will finish with a time of 2:01, which is pretty good. Buffalo was checking for some extra free pieces, but he didn't see any, it seems like. And Wanamaker will be heading into Bigfoot, when Buffalo will be getting a 42 on Wild Canyon, which isn't ideal, but you should be going for about 30 seconds.
Yeah, this is perfect.
And BuffaloPrime will be heading into Eggman 1, which you basically just hold forward and shoot. And he gets a 13 seconds, which I would say is pretty average. Wanamaker gets a good first piece. BuffaloPrime is doing Prison Lane, and you will see him jumping around corners to keep up his momentum, because Tails, he likes to lose all his momentum around corners. Wanamaker finishing Wild Canyon with a 34, which was better than BuffaloPrime Wild Canyon. So Wanamaker is making up some save time. And ooh, Buffalo misses gate hop. Depending on them, you can lose 3 seconds, like 2 to 4 or 5 seconds. Just depending on where you get stuck at and the other. Wanamaker starting his Eggman one, which he will finish with a 12 second. That is a good time to shoot for in a run or even a race, for a matter of fact. Wanamaker will be starting Prison Lane as well. He's only about minute 10 behind, minute 20, as BuffaloPrime finishes up Prison Lane with a 141.
I did it!
And Wanamaker makes his first gate hop. Let's see if he'll make the second one as well.
That was
BuffaloPrime will be heading into the second Sonic stage, Metal Harbor. And with Metal Harbor, you will be doing spin dash jumps across huge kill planes, which is the water below, and you're just trying to go fast and make sure you do not accidentally fall in the ocean, which is just a massive kill plane. And Wanamaker takes another death on Prison Lane. This is his second death of the run. He died in City Escape, and now he has died in Prison Lane. And BuffaloPrime does not go for Police Skip. And BuffaloPrime did not get Loop Speed either. BuffaloPrime will be going for a Rocket Skip, which he gets. And you'll see Wanamaker shoot through walls just to hit the enemies faster, because walls really do not exist in this game, as you can see by BuffaloPrime's Metal Harbor as well, where you will just go through the back of the loops. And Wanamaker finishes with a 145 Prison Lane, and Buffalo finishes with a 128 Metal Harbor.
Barely made it.
Wanamaker is starting his Metal Harbor, which is about 10 seconds and about now. And Buffalo is going through the shadow cutscene. I found you, Faker. Wanamaker getting light shoes, which can be used to gather rings in a linear fashion, for example. And BuffaloPrime will be starting Shadow 1. Wanamaker does not go for Police Skip either. And BuffaloPrime gets a 13 second Shadow 1. And BuffaloPrime will be starting Green Forest.
Shadow, what are you doing? Hurry and get back here right now before the island blows up with
You want it? Blows up. Fun fact, you will see Shadow just run into the bush behind him. And he will be just stuck there and you can see him. He never actually runs away. Oh yeah, Jerome, sorry. I'll explain. And BuffaloPrime takes a death right after getting the checkpoint. Wanamaker will be going through the cutscene. And you will see Sonic just run into Shadow, which we call storage, where this game programs most of the movements onto one button, either X or B, or triangle, depending on your controller. And you can just run into Shadow, and you can kill him pretty fast. Wanamaker gets 11 seconds. And Buffalo did not get Forest Wall Run. He does, however, get a bungee skip. And Wanamaker will be starting Green Forest as Buffalo finishes with a 137. Yes, Jerome.
Huh. No problem.
You can just use the super bounces. Basically a super bounce with the first door skip. BuffaloPrime will begin his second knuckle stage, Pumpkin Hill, where you can see a small amount of free pieces, unlike Wild Canyon, where you can see quite a few. He gets the text box glitch. Well, that's what I call it. But that might be the official term, and he doesn't know where this is. There he goes.
It's closer.
Okay. And Wanamaker dies going for Green Forest Wall Run. BuffaloPrime gets Laughing Pumpkin.
It's closer.
Behind the Pumpkin family. And he gets a green ping on Pumpkin Mountain right after his second piece. And finishes up with a 56, which is a relatively decent time to be going for.
Yeah, this is perfect.
You could get 50, 55 would be around average for Pumpkin Hill. Wanamaker will be finishing Green Forest with a 134. BuffaloPrime is starting Mission Street. And he will be trying to go for the weight hop you can see in a few seconds. Where if he makes it, he can get 0 cycle, which is the fastest cycle. And it was 1, but then we found if you get this, you can actually get 0 cycle. And BuffaloPrime does get weight hop with his picked up booster upgrade, which you can use and you can use for pause buffers, which we just saw. And Wanamaker gets Cold Iron Bullet, which is amazing. That RNG is pretty good. That's a really good piece from where he is at. And we'll go back to pause buffering. BuffaloPrime, as you see, has yet another pause buffer, where if the game sees you put two inputs close together, it will increase your height that you get from the jump, so you can do, like, for example, jump over those boxes that you just saw. And BuffaloPrime will be going for half cycle. And Wanamaker's Pumpkin Hill was really good. And as you see, Wanamaker will be getting his upgrade. And we should see the weight talk from Wanamaker as well. Let's see if Wanamaker can get 0 cycle. And BuffaloPrime finishes with a 217. Wanamaker will get a 48 check. And a lot of people have been getting cold iron bars. And now from BuffaloPrime you will see Aquatic Mine, and in Aquatic Mine cutscene you can see a couple free pieces.
Inside of the mines to be like this. This is gonna be tougher than I thought.
And he does not get a ping at the start. And Wanamaker will be getting half cycle as well.
It's closer.
And then he gets near the blue flame, which is all the way back on top.
It's closer.
And his last piece will be Path to the Abyss. He goes for the level 1 switch and does a side clip out.
I found him.
And we'll get a 55. As Wanamaker just finished Mission Street with a 216.
Yeah, this is perfect.
Some runners will usually just reset if they did not get a ping from the start. And BuffaloPrime will be starting Route 101. And he gets a green ping at the start. And he gets a free piece. And a pretty well first piece as well. And now he has to go to the ghost room. And he will be getting a 23-second aquatic mine.
I'm getting closer.
BuffaloPrime gets a 38 first lap. And Wanamaker, his aquatic mine was just really well. RNG is a big factor in this game. And he's only a little bit over a minute behind of BuffaloPrime after Wanamaker's deaths that we've seen. But you can't count any of them out yet.
Tails, did you find the president?
Almost, Sonic. Just a few more minutes.
We could possibly see backwards driving from one of them. And BuffaloPrime will be finishing up Route 101 in a few seconds.
Yeah, I found the president.
And BuffaloPrime will be starting Death Chamber. I mean Hidden Base. Okay. I'm sorry. You guys didn't hear anything. And he will be, looks like he'll be going for Axel Jump, named after Axel Thunder. And he's not going to go for it now. Wanamaker finished Route 101 with a time of 2:19. Yeah. We'll see if Wanamaker will be going for GC skip or even pole jump. We will see. And Wanamaker looks like he died. He either died or reset. I didn't really see it. Looks like he's going for GC skip, which you have to get through the corner of the walls. One of the two corners of the wall. And from BuffaloPrime, you see him use pause buffering, quote unquote, where you can get, or in his case, he got two A presses in the same frame, one frame apart,
I did it!
to get a solid 2-minute hidden base. Wanamaker
That was a little tough.
is only about a minute behind, a little less than a minute behind of BP or BuffaloPrime. BuffaloPrime has started Pyramid Cave, where you will see a few door skips and a snake skip, and getting the best upgrade in this game, Bounce Bracelet. And BuffaloPrime will be getting Bounce Bracelet. And Wanamaker is about to finish Hidden Base. And Super Bounces is where when you bounce on a vertical surface, and all of Sonic's horizontal movement gets switched to vertical to get enough height to go through the wall on top, where they didn't plan for you to do, and saving a few seconds over actually picking up the key, throwing it on the platform. And BuffaloPrime missed first try, second door skip, and it's going for snake skip. And he gets snake skip where you manipulate Sonic's gravity on the snake to save a second or two from actually doing the loop itself. And Wanamaker will also be getting Bounce Bracelet, with the 33. And BuffaloPrime is just doing the loops regularly. Because I'm pretty sure he's watching the stream and he knows he has a small lead.
Huh, no problem.
I think Wanamaker was trying to get through a small hole in the wall, and he misses, and he gets the first or second try, depending on what that first thing was. Now you will see BuffaloPrime in Death Chamber. He gets the core first piece, and you'll see Wanamaker's death on Pyramid Cave by Snake Skip. BuffaloPrime having trouble time for the second piece. And you'll see Wanamaker doing the last loop skip. Or again, he will manipulate Sonic's gravity. And finishes with a 205. And he forgot where the bug used to be. And his last piece is floating between the flames. Wanamaker can catch up to BuffaloPrime, or make up some time, after BuffaloPrime's been struggling on Death Chamber. And we will see death shots from Wanamaker. There's a much lower chance of a piece spawning in the green room, and there's a much higher chance
This is perfect.
of a piece in red room. With any place that has blue walls, there's a
Knuckles.
higher chance of getting a free piece after you die.
Huh?
BuffaloPrime will be starting King Boom Boo.
What the? A ghost?
And I do not think we'll be seeing Fireball skip from either runner as well. And BuffaloPrime will finish King Boom Boo with a 46. So Wanamaker is about 45 seconds. He's about less than a minute behind BuffaloPrime. BuffaloPrime will be going for super bounces on a golem. The ideal one would be getting 3 super bounces off of the little ledge, hitting the little capsule on his head, where then he will be doing his little head smash. And BuffaloPrime will finish a golem with about a 37-38.
Nice try, Rocky.
As Wanamaker just finished King Boom Boo with a time of a 46. First cycle KBB is just finding the correct angle, and you'll see most of the runners getting one cycle on it. Wanamaker is going for, looks like casual stress with Egg Golem. And looks like he's having a little bit of a struggle getting up on their back. And looks like Wanamaker is having a trouble time and now he's on his last 2 hits. And he will be finishing with a sub-minute. BuffaloPrime looks like he probably will not make early cycle on Eternal Engine. The runners are trying to go for early cycle where those platforms you don't have to wait for them. BuffaloPrime is getting EE skip where you hover in a certain angle all the way to the goal ring. And it's much quicker from doing the level itself. And Wanamaker picks up Chowkey. And BuffaloPrime lands on the secret platform and makes EE skip with a time of 2:14.
I gotta do better next time.
We will have a brief meeting with Chow Garden after Wanamaker finishes Eternal Engine. And Wanamaker will not be getting early cycle as well. BuffaloPrime is starting the last nightfall stage, Meteor Herd. Wanamaker is having trouble with Eternal Engine skip.
It's closer. 2 more left.
BuffaloPrime gets a middle piece as his first piece, and then gets a high piece as second.
It's closer. 1 more left.
And he caught himself from going all the way back down. As indeed it is.
It's closer.
His last piece was also on top, which saved his RNG. His RNG wasn't as bad. Wanamaker.
Yeah, this is perfect.
And he makes Eternal Engine skip with a 2:27. Now we are going to be visiting the Chow Garden for a brief moment.
Long time no see, treasure hunter. Did you find my
That's a
emerald?
good one. Your
BuffaloPrime, as you see, is about to start Rouge.
Billy
Oh, and Wanamaker's gonna go in the Chow Garden.
take it from you.
He's picking up an egg, smashing against the wall. And he's just gonna leave it with that. BuffaloPrime getting a 15-second
my emerald.
Rouge. And all the runners try to aim for sub 20 seconds, so you do not have the bottom of the platform to open up, and then you and Rouge both get sent into the air, just flying around. BuffaloPrime is starting Crazy Gadget, which he'll be going for. I'm going for either CGS or CGSS. I think he'll be doing CGS, if I'm correct. Wanamaker also gets a middle piece, then they also get a top piece. And yes, BuffaloPrime will be going for CGS. And as expected, Wanamaker will be getting middle, top, middle, bottom. Let's see if BuffaloPrime will make Crazy Gadget skip. His biggest issue is getting onto that ledge. Ooh. Recently, I've heard that there was a little help in this level, where you can get the checkpoint before actually going to do the skip with the skewed gravity. BuffaloPrime finishing Crazy Gadget with a time of 1:30, as Wanamaker is starting Rouge. Going for Ringless Rouge. And he will be getting a 17.
You're no match for me. Weak little fox.
BuffaloPrime gets the Eggman 2 manipulation and finishes with a 18-second Eggman 2, which is well done. Most of the runners in this game aim for sub 20 seconds, so seeing that is quite well. And now BuffaloPrime will be heading into Final Rush, where we will see FR Skip, which uses skewed gravity after bouncing off a rail, and Wanamaker takes another death and has to restart the whole entire level again. He will hold that angle you currently see for about 17-18 seconds before turning. Wanamaker is having a troubled time with Crazy Gadget. And Wanamaker is going for CGS. Again. He makes the first turn, and he has to have the struggle of getting hit by that artificial chaos. And he has no rings. And BuffaloPrime makes FR Skip with the time of a 1:26. Wanamaker gets on the thing faster than BuffaloPrime did. And he does not take a hit in the acid room, which saves another death. And BuffaloPrime will be starting Shadow 2, the final boss in the level. In the whole story, matter of fact. And Wanamaker misses Crazy Gadget Skip and has to restart the whole level entirely over again. And BuffaloPrime did not get. Oh, what is BuffaloPrime doing? And this time, Wanamaker. I think BuffaloPrime's just having a fun time. BuffaloPrime is having a really fun time just collecting his rings as we wait on Wanamaker to finish up. Crazy gadget. Oh, and he loses all his rings. And he finished SA2 with an SRL time of about a 41:33 as Wanamaker finishes Crazy Gadget finally with a 114.
Sonic, I did it.
BuffaloPrime will be taking the first race. And we will see Wanamaker starting Eggman 2. And congratulations BuffaloPrime on the first win. And enjoy the wonderful credit music. Wanamaker finishes Eggman 2 with a time of 19 seconds. Wanamaker is starting Final Rush, and he will also be going for FR Skip. Again, if you missed the last one, he'll be holding this angle for about 17-18 seconds before turning, and he should have enough height at the end to just hit the goal ring. And no. Neither runner got CE skip. And Wanamaker has finished Final Rush. He'll be heading into Shadow 2. And Wanamaker has finished with a time of 44:52. A little bit over 3 minutes above Buffalo's time during this race. And we'll be getting set up for the next race shortly. I'm going to go get a drink, and I will be right back. and enjoy the credits on Wanamaker's side, and I will be right back. And I am back. We should be starting the next race momentarily from now. And we will be getting started on the next race any moment now, and we have started.
Attention all units. Suspect seen heading south.
We will see if either runner gets CE skip again. This is the second race of the best of 3. Wanamaker will need 2 races to catch up and win this race, and BuffaloPrime only needs 1 more win to be the winner of this race. BuffaloPrime, and they both miss CE skip again. I guess we'll never see CE skip in this race, unless we get to a 3rd match. And Wanamaker has caught up. And he'll be just running down the mountain. I mean the building, not mountain. Also, with that mountain, if you neutral stick, after you can neutral stick, then hold down and hold down B to get a spin dash, and you can spin dash down the building. We should be seeing 2 minutes, sub 2 minutes from both of them. Well, yeah, never mind about that. Wanamaker has been flying off all of these things. And BuffaloPrime gets a 158, and Wanamaker will be getting a 201 just like his previous race. And I am behind. I am sorry. I'm behind. They are both starting
I'm out here.
Bigfoot.
Finally decided to show up, eh? Okay, bring it on.
Bigfoot reporting to headquarters. Intruder has been located.
Copy that.
This is Spider Troop Bigfoot. Bigfoot to headquarters. Over. Engage the artillery. Back.
Hey, guy, take care.
And Wanamaker had a faster time, seems like. But
It's close, 2 more left.
BuffaloPrime is getting 10 fingers. You'll see how the RNG plays out in this round, this race. And BuffaloPrime gets a pretty good set and gets a 21-second Wild Canyon, as they both get 4 willing eyes, and Wanamaker gets a 28-second Wild Canyon.
Yeah, this is perfect.
And now we will be seeing BuffaloPrime's Eggman 1, where you'd hold forward and just shoot. That's all you do. Pretty self-explanatory, boss. Oh, he does that. Wanamaker can catch up some time here, and he does indeed, saving 2 seconds over Buffalo's time. He's only about 5-6 seconds behind of Buffalo. And this is the first tail stage, Prison Lane. You will see each of the runners doing jumps around the corners to make Tail's momentum stay where it is, so he doesn't not lose momentum. Losing momentum is very bad in this game, and you will go slow, and you will lose tons of time. BuffaloPrime misses the gate hop again, and Wanamaker will take the slight lead currently. You will see side-by-side action of the elevator, where they will be shooting through the wall, trying to hit the enemy in one of the rooms back there. Wanamaker's Prison Lane is being very well executed over BuffaloPrime's, where Wanamaker is saving about 5 seconds. That gate hop Buffalo missed, that is making some impact. And Wanamaker gets a 144 as Buffalo got a 146. Wanamaker saved about 2 seconds here
That was easy.
over BuffaloPrime again. Which is doing very, very well. Kuo, thanks for the sub to Twitch Prime towards Speed Gaming too. And you will see both runners and Metal Harbor at the same time. They will be doing huge spin dash jumps over large kill planes, which they try to avoid. And they will be getting light shoes where you can do ring dash. Wanamaker is about 2.5 seconds behind a Buffalo and goes for. And Wanamaker does go for Police Skip, but misses under loop. They both get a 52 check. And Buffalo gets a 12.5 rocket. And Wanamaker gets a 12.9 rocket. This is a very, very close race. Compared to the last race. Which Buffalo basically took the lead very early in the game. And kept it throughout the rest of the story. Wanamaker saves again about a half a second for BuffaloPrime.
Barely made it.
Wanamaker is slowly catching up. With better execution I've seen. Getting faster times. Wanamaker's movement is slightly a tad bit better than Buffalo's
So far, so good.
at this current pace.
Hey, that's...
That blue hedgehog again, of all places.
I found you. Faker.
Faker? I think you're the fake hedgehog
I found
around
you,
here.
Faker.
You're comparing
Huh,
yourself
you're
to
comparing
me?
yourself to me? Ha, you're not even good enough to be my fake. I'll make you eat those words. And I'm sorry if that didn't meant to be the rhythm.
You won't even get the chance. I'm the cougar. Oh, I see. Imposter.
Do you know who I am?
And Wanamaker lost 2 seconds in the shadow fight. And I forgot to mention storage again. But storage, they will hold down a spin dash at the beginning, and where it will storage, where you can just run into shadow and knock them down faster.
Blows up.
Blows up. Blows up.
Gotta get out of here.
And it tells right away. And BuffaloPrime will be starting Green Forest. Wanamaker will also be starting Green Forest, only about 5-6 seconds behind. Less than 5 seconds behind. My bad. You will see if Wanamaker does catch up time here. Last run we saw Wanamaker go for Green Forest wall run. But he missed it. Let's see if he goes for it again. And if he gets it. BuffaloPrime did not even attempt a Green Forest wall run last time. And BuffaloPrime does not go for wall run. Wanamaker died. And he dies again by hitting the invisible wall. He's losing tons of time over BuffaloPrime. And he decides just to go up the tree normally. The 5-second difference is turning into about a 20-25 second difference now.
Huh. No problem.
And we will have Trader be joining me in commentary very shortly now. As BuffaloPrime starts Pumpkin Hill. And Wanamaker dies at the end. Oh no. Wanamaker is having a trouble time in Green Forest. And BuffaloPrime would get the Church Mountain piece, first piece, which is pretty good. Because then you can get a pumpkin mountain piece, which he got around there.
Hello, I'm Trader, and I'm gonna help moded commentate a little bit.
It's closer. One more
Welcome, Tracer.
Thanks for having me.
No
I'm a little
problem.
tired, so
Yeah.
the first few minutes are gonna be a little awkward. Sorry about that. Okay, looks like N's starting Pumpkin Hill. Let's see if he got a free piece. He's playing on 16 by 9, so he can't see the free piece that he got last run, which was Cold Iron Bars. He got Three-Faced Ghost, which is behind Church, which is an okay first piece. Meanwhile, BuffaloPrime just finished with a 51. An average time that you want to get is around 42, 43 seconds.
And BuffaloPrime will be starting up Mission Street.
Oh, and there's only one on the cliff. It's a really annoying piece to get. Not really good. This RNG's nowhere near as good as it was last run.
The RNG last time was really, really good.
You had one of the best sets you can get last time for a hero story race.
And BuffaloPrime did make Weight Talk, which he can now go for Zero Cycle.
Zero Cycle is really hard. You have to make barely any mistakes throughout the entire section from when he gets this checkpoint to when he actually reaches the piston in the back. You want to lose less than a second throughout this entire marathon of a little piece of this level.
And Wanamaker will be starting Mission Street, which he's only about a little bit over a minute behind.
He had like a minute Pumpkin Hill, so it was definitely not as kind as last time. Oh, it looks like BP. Oh.
And he misses it.
He tried to do it pauseless, and that probably just killed it for him.
Yeah. Now Wanamaker will have his attempt of getting Zero Cycle.
Oh, he hit the jab block. That was kind of annoying. He almost missed this. Or he could have missed this. Right now he's on pace for Zero Cycle. We'll see if he can keep it up. There's very little mistakes you can make, and you have to play pretty risky to get it. Like you saw, BP had a really good section and he barely missed it.
And Wanamaker is having some issues.
Yeah, so he's going really slow on that weight, and that's the most important part to getting Zero Cycle, so yeah, he's just gonna get half cycle this time.
And BuffaloPrime finishes with a 2:22.
That's a pretty good average time for first cycle. Let's see if he gets any free pieces. Sorry to cut you off.
It does seem like Wanamaker will be saving some time over BuffaloPrime.
Let's say around 4 seconds for Mission Street. If this section is good, which it seems to be. Okay, so he gets up at the bottom of a main pillar, which is a good start. Not the best. I didn't see any free pieces.
Yeah, I did not either.
Okay, so going to the narrow pathway isn't very good for a second. He's probably gonna have to get a ghost piece. Yep. He got Chase the Skull.
And Wanamaker finishes with a 2:16.
Pretty good time for getting half cycle. And
It's
it looks
about
like
6 seconds.
he isn't getting that good of an RNG. That was
Nope.
slightly below average. Okay, let's see if N got any, or Wanamaker got any free pieces. No, I don't see any.
And he resets.
Ooh, that was a really good move. Now I got a free piece. Or, oh, he didn't see it. He got skull pulley. Sealed window, this is a good set.
So far, so good.
EP starting Route 101.
And we'll probably not be seeing backwards driving, because they did not attempt it last.
Ooh, Wanamaker is having some trouble with sign clip.
Ooh.
Looks like he just decided to skip sign clip altogether and go for it the normal way.
Which is understandable.
I'm getting closer.
53 is a... Well, with the set he had, it was pretty below average, but that's because of messing up sign clip and having to do it normally. It is a pretty close race right now.
It is. Very well, as Wanamaker can catch up.
It's going to be really interesting seeing the desert stages, because I remember seeing Wanamaker go for IL strats during Pyramid Cave. So if those actually work out for him, he'll save quite a lot of time on BP.
Wanamaker is a little bit over 1 minute and 15 seconds behind Buffalo currently.
Yeah. Route 101 is a great marker to see how far ahead a runner is from another one, because Route 101 is very consistent. Like, the best time and worst time is very close for runners. It's within 10 seconds. Right now they're off to a pretty good start. Let's see. EP's finishing up. Looks like he's gonna get a 2:16, which is a really good time for a race.
Which is...
Oh no, N didn't get enough rings for a boost for this ramp.
Oh.
Or did he boost too early? One of those two. Either way, it's really bad because he lost a bit of time. Yeah, now the best time he can get is a 2:17, no, 2:18.
Yeah.
Okay, BP's finished Route 101, and he's going into Hidden Base.
And not Death Chamber.
Hidden Base is the most technical tail stage, I believe.
It is.
And it's very easy to die here. Good times a 1, or anything sub 150. If they're going for GCS or anything like that. GCS is... Oh, sorry, yeah.
Looks like BuffaloPrime will be going for Axel Jump again. And this time, we could see him make it, unlike last time.
Yeah, we'll save 2 seconds over going normally through the state. And Wanamaker's about to finish Route 101 with a 2:26. 2:24, sorry. No. Oh. So he lost a lot of time.
Yes, he did. And he will be seeing BuffaloPrime using the pots and other stuff to jump over those doors, as it is much quicker than rather just shooting them down and playing it casually.
Oh, looks like Wanamaker's going for GCS. He's going to try to go in between 2 walls. Oh, he's going for a different version of it. That's really scary. Usually you see runners go for the wall on the right instead because it's a little easier. Oh, and he died.
I did it!
BB got a good time. A 156 is definitely not an easy time to get.
That was a little tough.
I would take it in a race.
But Wanamaker keeps going for strats that I usually see in ILs instead, but that makes them a lot more risky than normal strats.
You could just be used to it as well.
That's true. I didn't see the checkpoint, but BP starting PC now, Pyramid Cave.
Yeah, his first tunnel was well executed with the checkpoint being a 13, and he will be picking up Bounce Bracelet. You want to explain Super Bounce?
Okay, Super Bounce is what he just did there. You have Sonic's horizontal velocity or momentum change to vertical height, which you see him trying to do for the first door clip. You want to run really fast or spin dash to a wall, jump, and then bounce before you hit the wall. And now he's just doing second door clip.
Got it first try.
Super bounces are really fun to do in this game, and it's not that hard of a trick, so if you want to try some trick that you see during the run, that's definitely one you'd want to try. It'll take you like 10 minutes to figure out. You'll see super bounces later in Egg Golem if they go for it. Those are a lot. Sorry?
Yeah. BuffaloPrime almost dying on Pyramid Cave there.
Wanamaker gets a 150, which is a good time. Excluding his death, that would have been a very good time. Okay, and now he's starting Pyramid Cave.
Yes!
A good time for Pyramid Cave, I would say, is anything under 150 or 145.
Yeah.
I know BP, for him, PC was one of his worst stages, so 155 is definitely not that bad.
Yeah, especially in a race setting.
It's really easy to make mistakes and die on that stage.
And Wanamaker will be getting his Bounce Bracelet.
Okay, so he got BP started Death Chamber and he got a blue piece. He'll probably go for a Death Strat. Death Strats are where you get a piece, die, and hope for a red piece after you die.
Yeah, there's a higher chance of getting a piece in Red Room with any walls that have blue in them. And he does get a piece.
Ooh, this is an interesting one. Where the light used to be shining. It's misspelled and says shinning instead of shining. Looks like he doesn't know where the piece is. It's right where the upgrade was. Oh, there you go. Yeah, that one's not that common as a reset piece, or death piece. Ooh, where the scorpion used to be is a red-blue secret.
Does he remember?
Yeah,
He does.
it's like Wanamaker just got Snake Skip and is doing Pyramid Cave really well. He's on pace for a 144, I think. We'll see what he does when he gets there. Oh, it looks like a 140. Yeah, this is where PC comes in. It's really difficult. Missing that isn't hard to do.
And BuffaloPrime does get a 128 Death Chamber, which is much better than his Death Chamber he got previous race.
Yeah, this is perfect.
Okay, looks like Wanamaker's getting to where he left off last time. Hopefully he doesn't die again. He's gonna do a gravity bounce to reach the goal ring and save a few seconds.
the...
A 137 is a really good time, but he lost over 30 seconds to that death.
And we will be seeing King Boom Boo from BuffaloPrime. Then after that will be Egg Golem.
Egg Golem has a fast strat where you use super bounces, but the super bounces are extremely difficult to do. You have like 2.5 button presses in 5 frames to get the super bounce. You let go of spin dash, you hit A, and then, or you jump, and then you bounce. You hit a very small wall, and hopefully gain enough height to actually hit Egg Golem's head, or his weakness.
And to Wanamaker, you will see he did the Beauty and the Beast clip instead of getting the first upgrade.
Hopefully he remembers to grab it, just in case.
No.
Oh no, he's gonna have to go pick it up. He doesn't have any more lives, so this is gonna be interesting. Oh,
And there. He does remember that he did not pick it up. And I will have to be right back real fast.
BP has a really good Egg Golem right now. The best time you can get is 24 something seconds. The best time you want to get during a race especially is somewhere in the 30s, so getting a 46 is definitely really good. That boss can be really difficult. Okay, looks like Wanamaker got another blue piece. BP's starting EE, which is Eternal Engine, and he's going to be trying for a clip somewhere around 1:20 into the run. Right now he's trying to go, oh sorry.
And he will be trying to go for early cycle, which you cannot mess up. Lots of movement within the stage.
The next checkpoint he'll get, he needs a or faster to get the first cycle. Otherwise it's just too risky for a race to go for anything else.
Yes.
If you have a 105, you don't have to go for the quick kill on a Chaos that's going to be coming up soon. Otherwise, I would definitely try for it.
How
Wanna
was
make this start.
BP's Golem?
He got a 45.
It's not bad.
No, it's not bad. Okay, a 108, so he's definitely going for second cycle. No need to make it. No need to play risky. Oh no! Wanamaker just missed first cycle KBB, or he missed the dig and wasn't confident in going for first cycle. So he just had to restart because he didn't have any lives. That's pretty good though, because during Egg Golem at least he'll have lives to restart if he messes something up. Oh, also, BP just did EE skip, or clip, or E skip. He'll just be floating through the stage, getting to the goal ring. You might see that BP's hovering in sync with the music, dropping his hover. That's actually the fast strat for this stage, and it saves a few seconds over just holding the hover throughout.
I did it!
2:17 is a pretty good time for second cycle.
And it's pretty nice to go with the flow of the music with the hovers as well.
Yeah. Okay, Wanamaker's doing Egg Golem. Looks like he's just going to do the first hit casually. Oh, he gets a super bounce. Oh, he doesn't get enough height.
And you will see BuffaloPrime starting Meteor Herd.
In
And
front of the
it's
shortest
good
one.
first piece.
That's a really good first piece. On the left?
It's closer.
Yep. Oh no, it's on the right.
2 more
I
left.
didn't see that.
See what his next piece is.
Oof, floating stone above a moon. That's the worst piece you can get in Meteor Herd. It takes forever to climb up to it.
And
There's no...
Wanamaker.
Oh yeah.
And Wanamaker gets Ballerina.
Oh no, that loses a lot of
It's
time.
closer.
Maybe.
Floating stone above a moon is bad because there's no time, or there's no fast way of getting it. Oh, and he gets surrounded by spinner containers, which is another top piece, but he went
Yeah.
mid.
I was gonna say, let's hope that he gets another top piece. He...
Looks like he's a little confused for where the piece is.
I think he knows now.
Yeah.
Yep, he does. This could have been sub-meta,
Oh, yeah.
and you will see Wanamaker having some trouble with the beginning of Eternal Engine.
At this point, Wanamaker can't get first cycle. It's just gonna be impossible. So he can play this pretty safely now. He has 5, 6, 7 seconds to just lose before he can't get second cycle.
This time, we will also not be seeing a visit to Chow Garden.
Did you find my emerald?
Okay, BP's starting Rouge soon. Rouge's quick kill is just doing a bunch of handstands on her. Jumping and then jumping and then drill diving with a pattern.
Wanamaker takes a hit. And Rouge fell to Knuckles handstands of justice with a time of 15 seconds.
1540 is a really good time for Rouge. Okay. Oh no. Wanamaker. He fails his pause hovers and then dies. He lost quite a bit of time there. So BP starting CGI, or C Crazy Gadget. Does he go for Crazy Gadget skip or CGSS?
Just CGS.
Okay. There's two main skips for Crazy Gadget the runners like to go on. One is CGS, which EP is about to be doing, where you have shifted gravity, and you go through part of the stage to reach a place that is directly in front of the ring, so that they can reach it with this gravity. And the other one is CGSS, where you jump between 3 kill planes and try to reach the goal ring like that.
Looks like BuffaloPrime is having a really trouble time. Oh, we're getting on that ledge. And he doesn't get hit in the acid rim either.
Ooh, Wanamaker is going forward for some reason. I guess he assumed that's where the... No, he can't die.
Oh no.
He has to restart.
There we go. But he just lost tons of time again.
He just lost 3 entire minutes, and there's only a few stages left.
There's Eggman, Final Rush, then Shadow 2.
Mm-hmm.
2 of those can get less than 20 seconds.
Mm-hmm. And then the third one, a minute 30 is really common. But we never know. BP can definitely make mistakes on FR. And choke Shadow 2. Shadow 2 is really easy to do, but if you don't get the pattern, he can be frustrating and make it take a lot longer than it should.
And BuffaloPrime gets a 20-second Eggman 2.
That's a respectable time.
very nice to have sub 20 seconds in a race setting.
Oh, maybe Wanamaker can get first cycle. He'll be really close if he does. No, that's barely a 107. And he misses the quick kill. No, he can't get first cycle anymore. BP starting FR. He has an interesting start. He's going to be going for FR skip, which should be in a few seconds.
And Wanamaker gets Eternal Engine skip again. Hopefully this time he will go into the right direction.
It can be kind of confusing because you see these giant walls and think, oh, I went way too far down, so I guess I'll have to hover towards that, but there really isn't anything there, so he just ended up dying. Looks like BP will get FR. I think he turned at 18 seconds, or 18 seconds after he jumped off the rail.
Yes, he did.
Wanamaker had clipped back into the stage a lot earlier, I guess, to be safe.
Yeah, to be safer than last time, because last time I thought he was gonna die. Fine, looks he's gonna get like a 125. Yes.
Yeah, 125. That's a good time.
And now he's going for Shadow 2. Maybe this time we'll see him try the ring dash again?
No problem.
Maybe. And Wanamaker finishes with a 237.
Or will BP try to go for a sub 40 race?
I don't know if he can do that now. Let's see. No, he can. He just doesn't have. Can't make that many mistakes.
You can't miss one. Oh.
Now it's gonna be a whole lot tougher. Wanamaker's starting Meteor here. Let's see what he gets. A fast rotating Meteorite is a really good piece.
It is. And Buffalo will get a 40-01.
That was a little late for his time being stopped, so it was probably a 40.
No, it was still 40-01 though.
Yeah, 40-01. Well, congrats to BP winning 2 races in a row against Wanamaker and moving on forward.
Yeah, he will be moving forward to round 3. And he will either face Draco or Piner.
That's gonna be a really interesting race to watch. If it's with Draco, that's gonna be really difficult for anyone. And with Piner, it's going to be difficult too, but I see that being much closer because Piner isn't as consistent as Draco.
That is true.
Gets a 58. He got a really terrible set after the first piece. What you want to see is mid first piece, top, and then mid again, or mid, bottom, mid. But he ended up getting a mid piece, a bottom piece, and then a top piece. So he had to go up 1 level or up 1 rocket, go back down, and then have to go up 2 rockets, and that wasted a lot of time.
And again, BuffaloPrime will be moving on to the quarterfinals, or the top 8 of the tournament. Do we want to do an interview with Buffalo after the race and Wanamaker?
Yeah. If they're up for it, yeah, I'm definitely fine with that.
Oh, and Wanamaker just quits his run. Okay, we will see if BP wants to join in the interview or not. And looks like he's interested.
I can see Wanamaker may have gotten a lot frustrated with his runs. He ended up dying a lot. So
yeah. Okay. We'll bring Buffalo in for an interview. Hey, Buffalo.
Hey, BP, how you doing? Congrats on winning your race.
Yeah, congrats.
Ooh. Looks like your mic's muted.
Oh, 1 second. Hold on. Oh my God, I can't even hear you guys.
Oh.
All right, I'm here. What's up?
Hey.
Hey, congrats
My
on
bad,
winning
guys.
races.
Yeah, congrats
Yeah,
on your
thank you,
win.
thank you. That was fun.
Yeah. How'd you say your runs went?
The first one was bad. All my knuckle stages were really bad, actually. I feel like in these race situations, it can be really hard to, I guess, have a lot of confidence in knuckles if you're shaky to begin with. So I feel like my knuckles knowledge wasn't good to begin with, and then mixed that with the nerves, and I made a couple mistakes. But I think every other level, my Sonic and my Tails went pretty well.
Yeah. I noticed you had a lot of trouble with the Death Chamber.
Oh yeah, always, forever.
That stage is just terrible.
It's a tough stage, and I think if you don't take it seriously, especially when you're trying to learn the pieces as a new runner or as maybe a middle of the road runner, it hurts you late. And I think I'm a good example of that. Where I would say most of the time, my Death Chambers aren't. I'm pretty happy if I get anywhere near a minute. But you got to take that seriously in learning Death Chamber, and it's like I think that would be the one Knuckles level you got to try to be on top of your game for. The rest you can kind of improvise if you need to, but Death Chamber, you need to know where you're going.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my biggest struggle as well. It's just Death Chamber.
Oh yeah.
It's the only Knuckles stage that I do not know the pieces of.
Yeah, it's tough, and there's a lot of pieces there. There's a lot of pieces that have very similar hints that are piece 2, piece 3. We saw I made a mistake on dig where the one is missing or whatever that piece is. When it's a second piece compared to a third piece, I went to the wrong area. So that's a tough one to learn. I don't take it very seriously, and that's something I need to work on. But I'm glad fortunate for me that didn't hurt my my overall race.
You're going to be going up against either Draco or Piner next run. How are you feeling for that?
Well, I mean, I think both runners are really good. Piner started around the same time I did, and he's evolved into a really good runner. I think that would be really competitive. If Draco moves on, I gotta hope that he's gonna make some big errors and that I have some consistent runs, preferably under 40 minutes if I want to have a chance at beating Draco. I don't think he's getting over a 40-minute run, but I'm excited to see that race, and I'm gonna try to improve a little bit before we go into that matchup.
Mm-hmm. Draco's really known for being very consistent with his races.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got a lot of experience for it.
Although you did really well. Getting a 40 is definitely really hard, especially with the piece sets and the times you got for Knuckles.
Yeah, thank you. And my auto splitter actually broke, so I had to skip all of my splits right after Cityscape, and then right at the very end of Shadow, I had to actually manually split. So that might have been a sub 40, but regardless, happy with the second run. The first run, I that's forgettable, but the second one was pretty good.
Yeah, your second run showed improvement over your first run.
Oh, for sure.
I definitely feel bad for Wanamaker because what ended up happening is he ended up dying in EE on your second race.
Oh.
And then it was just really difficult to come back from that.
I was glancing at the second race. That one seemed closer. We were kind of neck and neck for a while there, it seemed.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Wanamaker's a good runner. I know our times are really similar. I was this matchup was had me shaking a little bit, and I obviously was hoping I was going to win, but I thought it could go either way, and I'm glad that I got the win. I'm unfortunate to hear what happened to Wanamaker. I did see his Cityscape death in the first run. He had some great RNG in that first run, though. Holy
Oh,
moly!
yeah. That
So,
Aquatic Mine and Pumpkin Hill were amazing.
yeah, Jesus. But you know, unfortunate for him. You know, he's a good runner. He's a good guy. You know, I was happy to go up against him. Hope we can do it again.
Demo, do you have any more questions?
I do not.
Sweet. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Good luck on your race, or next
Thank you.
race that you'll have.
All right. Thanks.
Yeah, good luck. And this will conclude the Hero Story race against BP, BuffaloPrime, and WanamakerN. We would like to thank Speed Gaming for actually hosting our tournament.
And thanks to both runners for showing up.
And you can follow the runners there. And I do not think commentary command is working. But feel free to check me and Trader out anytime.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you, and have a good day.